people that were bonding over hating you, they didn't have anywhere to place that energy. So at first, they started to get very anxious because they couldn't throw energy at you. And this is when that double agent started to question what they were doing. Because this double agent, even though what they were doing was demonic, they kind of felt deep down that they were doing the right thing. Because all these people are going against you, they just assume that you did something to deserve it. When in reality, it'd be you against a lot of people and just be in the wrong. But they started to see that even when you weren't in the picture, even when you weren't even doing anything, that group, all they were able to do was talk about you. The double agents saw them get so angry, like, who do they think this person is? And the double agents thinking like they haven't even done anything. So that was the first sign you started to realize that they made the wrong mistake. The second thing was you stayed away long enough for them to start attacking this person. They started going at them and then showed that person that there is indeed no honor among thieves. That combined with the constant gossiping about you finally showed this person that they would rather have you in their life than to have this evil group. And one day, when that group was gossiping about you once again, without you doing anything, that person actually stood up for you. But it wasn't out of the goodness of their heart. They stood up for you for an ulterior motive because them standing up for you, they're going to try to use that to come back into your life. Either this person already did it to you or they're planning to come your way and confess. But it's not out of a genuine reason, but that's how they're going to play it. They're going to tell you like, hey, look, they were talking about you. I don't know why they were so obsessed, da 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 da. That is a trap because that person really misses your energy and they want to come back into your life. But that person chose their side. They are a double agent for a reason. They saw you survive all the attacks that that group did, and that person realized that you are the win team. But the thing about you is that you're a very genuine and caring person. But once people show you who they are, you are quick to detach from that individual.
I guess. I don't know what that means. The hell was it? I don't remember. I don't. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Definitely not Bonnie Raitt. I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing any Bonnie Raitt songs. Did I? Holding out for a hero from Footloose. I don't know. Did I say something? I don't remember what I said. I must have said something. No. I don't know. I don't know what I said. I must have said something, not knowing it. My butt hurts.
Off if I have my fan going, so that noise you hear in the background, just ignore it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it, okay? These will be Saturday messages from Hakate, from God, from Spirit.
Yeah, I didn't have sex with any girls. Maybe one in my life, but that's it. And she was pretty hot.
cards that just came out. Okay.
I don't know if she got mad at me,
We have
but
the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups. The Ace of
she
Pentacles.
she initiated, not me. I just sat there and
Okay,
watched the
so I feel
movie.
like with the Seven of Pentacles, this talks about some type of long-term work being done. Now this we're gonna.
She was
focus on the
skinny
hard work
too.
that you
Skinny,
did. Okay, so I feel
slender,
like there's some type
athletic.
of growth aspect here. Now with the Three of Cups, this can talk about having support.
I think she still is.
This is also the
I
energy
think
that
she
Leo
still is
causing
athletic.
something to say she could be calling out or reaching to you at this time to show you some extra support.
Anyways.
I always recommend to, if you feel that
But I fucked
is
more
to
dudes.
research first
Definitely
to see
more
how you-
dudes. Fucked more dudes than I did chicks. Only fucked one chick in my whole life, and she was athletic and beautiful. And she liked me. To the point where, yeah. She liked me. I never touched her. Until, yeah. Anyways. I didn't touch her. She touched me. Athletic. And she was about tall, about my height. Yeah. She used to be on the swim team. That was the last and only time I ever had sex with a woman. Maybe I should tell everybody that. All right, I'm gonna confess on one thing. I hate talking about details about this, but yeah, I'm not man enough like other dudes, so I only had sex with one chick my whole life. She was athletic, about as high as me, tall as me. She was a swimmer. Year of the horse. Slender. I didn't touch her. I let her do the moves. After that, I didn't know how to approach women. Really. Talk about being pussy whipped, right? Anyways. Beautiful chick, in my opinion. Very artistic. Very unique. Avant-garde in the way she dressed. With dudes, I shouldn't say anything, but good times, bro. But yeah. That was it. Once and only time. Pussy whip for life. Yeah, definitely not a big chick. Definitely not a big chick. She wasn't short either. Short and skinny. She wasn't short and skinny. Or short and fat. Or really tall and skinny. Or really tall and fat. She was about my height. Slender. Athletic. Swimmer. How would I describe her? like this girl. Kinda. Erin O'Connor. She used to model for Alexander McQueen. So. Very avant-garde, you see. I could totally see her dressed up. Like Erin O'Connor. Because she used to dress up like that. Avant-garde. Almost. We were alternative. These were the 90s. But, yeah. Kinda. She had her hair dyed black in those days. Yeah. She liked to wear her hair dyed black. So. That was the last time. Last and only time. The only girl. That's how I envisioned her in my head. Like Erin O'Connor, Alexander McQueen. The way she dressed, her hair. She was here the horse, too. So. As for my buddies, yeah. The ones that stuck around for the longest. Anyway, you guys have a good night. All right,
feel, no matter how isolating you are. If you
Um, I don't know if we're friends anymore, but oh well. I hate to I hate to be on bad terms, actually. God forbid. She was back in the day.
You are conscientious and your progression is true. Unknown friends will come and seek you. The pain will guide you. Come here, let me tell you a secret. No matter how lonely you feel, no matter how isolated you are, if you are conscientious and your progression is true.
Back in the day. That's how I saw her. Kind of like this. Oh, that's what she reminded me of. Anyway.
Collective. People really got to be careful what they say about you because they have the potential to make themselves a laughing stock. And somebody right now is learning that the hard way. They should have kept their mouth shut because as they tried to embarrass you or spill some tea about you, they ended up looking very cringe and they ended up feeling very small where they thought they were going to get accolades and applause. So I'm going to tell you what I was seeing. So I was seeing some type of gathering of people. Now everybody at this gathering, they knew who you were. You wasn't there, but for whatever reason, your name was brought up. Now this person, when they heard your name, they perked up because they thought they had some tea. They thought they knew your business, or they was gonna make something up. They was gonna tell a joke, and it was supposed to be so funny. So they gathered their best voice, they cleared it, and they told their joke. Now, as they told their joke, the people started to look around, and people sighed and side-eyed them, and then they started to look at them cringe. And then that person began to feel very small and very embarrassed. They thought they were going to get hand claps. They thought they were about to get an applause. They thought the room was going to erupt in laughter. But like a balloon deflating, they shrunk smaller and smaller and smaller. But unfortunately for them, they weren't invisible. We still see you. So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody made a fool of themselves, or they made a mockery of themselves trying to make a mockery out of you. Now you didn't see this and you didn't know this, but you have to know your name is divinely protected during this time. Anybody trying to speak on your name may end up choking before they can even get it out. In fact, for some of y'all, that's what I was getting. Then somebody tried to speak on your name, and whatever they was eating, whatever it was, a piece of gum, whether they was chewing some food, drinking some water, they ended up choking on it. And for some of y'all, it was an entire scene where they had to stop to acknowledge, hold on, they're choking, help, put your arms up. They looking around, people have to like get up from their seats, they have to go get them a hot maneuver, like literally in the middle of trying to say something about you. They almost took themselves out. Okay, chew, baby, chew the food next time. Okay, calm down. So anyway, what I was getting is that somebody was trying to tell your business, somebody they got the tea on you or whatever, and it could have the potential to make people look at you weird or different or something, and it's not meant for them to either know this business or it's completely made up, fabricated, and it's lies. And no, we're not doing it this season. You gonna lie on the collective, you gonna spread business that ain't other people's, it's gonna get ripped out your throat. Okay, you're gonna have a real hard time getting it out. Also, the joke did not land. Something fell completely flat. They got the total opposite of what they expected. And like a balloon, I'm talking about they just wanted to deflate so bad. They wanted to turn into an atom and just be invisible. Okay, and they couldn't. They had to stand there. Awkward. Okay. You were supposed to be the punchline, right? Somebody was standing there. Their heart started racing, like right before they told this joke or spoke up to say this thing. Their heart started racing. They started getting excited, like all the things, all the feels. It's almost kind of like I'm getting like collective. People really got to be careful what they say about you because they have the potential to make themselves a laughing stock. And somebody right now is learning that the hard way. They should have kept their mouth shut because as they tried to embarrass you or spill some tea about you, they ended up looking very cringe and they ended up feeling very small. Where they thought they were going to get accolades and applause. So let me tell you what I was seeing. So I was seeing some type of gathering of people. Now everybody at this gathering, they knew who you were. You wasn't there, but for whatever reason, your name was brought up. Now this person, when they heard your name, they perked up because they thought they had some tea. They thought they knew your business, or they was gonna make something up. They was gonna tell a joke. It was supposed to be so funny, so they gathered their best voice. They cleared it, and they told their joke. Now, as they told their joke, the people started to look around and people sighed and side-eyed them, and then they started to look at them cringe. And then that person began to feel very small and very embarrassed. They thought they were going to get hand claps. They thought they were about to get an applause. They thought the room was going to erupt in laughter. But like a balloon deflating, they shrunk smaller and smaller and smaller. But unfortunately for them, they weren't invisible. We still see you. So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody made a fool of themselves, or they made a mockery of themselves, trying to make a mockery out of you. And you didn't see this, and you didn't know this, but you have to know your name is divinely protected during this time. Anybody trying to speak on your name may end up choking before they can even get it out. In fact, for some of y'all, that's what I was getting. Then somebody tried to speak on your name, and whatever they was eating, whatever it was, a piece of gum, whether they was chewing some food, drinking some water, they ended up choking on it. And for some of y'all, it was an entire scene where they had to stop to acknowledge, hold on, they're choking,
So someone broke your laws. Whether you revealed them to them directly or they had the resources to investigate you, or both. Somebody figured out what it is that they could use to puppet you. Maybe it was a substance, maybe it was a behavior, maybe it was a fetish, maybe it was a feeling, maybe it was all of those. Hypothetically, there are levels to this shit. So, let's talk about that from someone who resides or has lived on the very, very, very bottom level. Let's look at it. So, let's look at ants. Alright, an ant is looking straight ahead and he can only see what he sees. And then let's talk about I don't know,
he's already born in April or on the 4th of any month. But yeah, they were secretly in competition with you, and they took a chance. I'm sensing that they took a chance of something that they weren't prepared for, like how you were prepared for. Okay. Let's see what else. So we got the the 8 of Swords, and the card that fell. Let's see. So the 8 of Swords is about frustrations and activity. Now it's 444. Okay. So let's see what this card is right at 444. They fell to the floor. 6 of Spears. So yeah, they're losing. 6 of Spears. Upright would have been championship winning. Knocking them out of the park. In reverse. So this person took a chance on the wrong thing. Look, you see, she or he, like, they couldn't, they're frustrated, they couldn't speak. Maybe you do something on social media where you're able to present yourself in a way that other people can't because of your vocabulary, your intelligence, your personality, all the above, your attractiveness, everything. It's a whole package type of thing here. This is not just a one-trick pony type of thing. You know what I mean? You are not a one-trick pony. You are a multi-talented person, and they didn't realize that. You didn't realize it's like a one-man band, like, you know what I mean? You do it, but it's just easy. You bring in entertainment. Like, how do you do that? You're moving all your lips at the same time, singing and dancing. It's like, wow, I'm saying metaphorically, or But anyway, yeah. So they took a chance on something, and they act like they made themselves look like a fool. Yeah. It's kind of like what I'm sensing is this person is with the Ace of Spears in reverse. They don't like themselves. They hate themselves. Isn't that sad? Not really, because they wanted you to hate yourself or feel like, okay, well, if I can be better than, they felt like if they get better than you, Cliff, then they're not so bad or something like that. And they couldn't be better than you. And so they just made it worse for themselves. You know how like some people fall on the sword, like they're just like, well, they did it to themselves. Like, I don't know, that's what I can say. Like that's the image I have here. It's just like they hurt themselves by trying to hurt you or compete with you. 444 at the time, as I said that. Wow. Super confirmation for that. Angel number 10 of Spears is telling me that there's a heavy workload that involves what you do, and you are capable and strong enough to do it. Like it takes a lot. It takes a lot of like I said, like it takes a lot of talents that you have to carry on your shoulder. But you know what? You know what? You know why you're prepared for this? And 10 of Spears, even bigger, better things coming your way. How does that happen? Bigger and better things are coming your way, but they finish with something. Milestones. More milestones are coming your way. Multiple milestones are coming your way. But you haven't carried a heavy burden in your life that prepared you for this, okay? Something that you went through that maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe always in your family or recently, but it made you strong enough to deal with something that's bigger than most people can handle. So we got D, Queen energy, mother figures, or adult woman, maybe some mother figure that's in competition with you, or your own mom, actually, it could be, or mother-in-law, DYOWI. Very strong mother-in-law right now, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Another D. Maybe, you know what, they wanted to have this as divorce or something for you. If it is a mother-in-law, J. Or to stop the wedding, How does that thing go? Like anybody like is against this, please say something now. They want to be like, I totally screwed up. You know what I mean, right? I sense you know what I mean. One more to see if this spells anything. Oh, actually, King energy. So we got Queen and King energy. Also, there's an interesting older, powerful man, young man, mature for the years, man of knowledge and wisdom. So if you don't resonate with a woman or mother figure, it could be a father figure. They could be both your in-laws or both your parents. Let's get one more. Let's name in-laws. T. Let's see if this goes. So here are the keywords, and it's a very powerful thing because you know what this say here? They did DID, try to toy TOY with your joy, JOY, and that's simply the end result. If they couldn't compete with you, they wanted to see you unhappy. So Spirit says this: in order to keep winning, WI, you know what I mean? In order to have the W,
So there was this plan to get some kind of inside information or inside knowledge about either what you're doing or what you know specifically. However, after that, I'm getting fired. So it does feel like there's something in this plan that did not work in the way that it was intended to. Why? Because you fought back. Either you caught on to the plan or you just didn't give them the ammo that they were looking for to use against you. Propaganda, fake news, and self-sabotage. They needed to get you into a position where you were stepping so far out of character that they could then paint that as what you've been trying to hide the whole time. And it didn't quite work out that way.
And chances are that the person you got standing next to you did all the shit talking. That's why I don't fuck with cliques or groups of people. Because people that gotta huddle up together and be like social butterflies and they gotta have an entourage and all that shit, you don't even know who your friends are. You don't even know who your enemies are. You're surrounded by so many different people and so many different energies that you don't know who's who. So when shit starts happening to you, you don't even know where it came from. You don't know who's shooting at you because everybody got guns. And because you were so busy trying to be friendly, telling all these motherfuckers your business, bitch, I don't tell nobody my business. I don't tell nobody my business. I got business, don't nobody know that about. I don't tell nobody my business. If you're not in a business with me, you don't know the business, bitch. For you to know the business, you gotta be in it. And if you ain't in it, you ain't in it.
Damn right. Don't try to interrogate me for stupid shit. I don't know who you is.
Word of advice, stop telling your bestie your business.
Who's my bestie?
Stop telling your man your business.
Man,
Stop telling your cousin your business.
what is
Shut up. Learn how to shut up.
Not when I'm like this, sweetheart. I don't know how I ended up
Alright, this
crippled.
message is not gonna be for everybody. Because I feel like it's a very specific message, but
I only had
there are miracles coming. Miracles are coming for you. Coming in for you. I just heard miracles happen every day. So there's something that you've been waiting for, praying for, manifesting, something that you really need in your life to change. And I feel like there's this feeling of like, it feels like you've lost hope several times, but then you find it again. But there's just this really overwhelming, heavy umbrella of frustration, despair, hopelessness is what I'm feeling if this is for you. The spirit says you need to check in for realignment. These are my tarot with keywords cards. If you're a beginning tarot reader, these are really good for you. This is one of my first decks, and I still use this deck all the time. I love it. I get a lot of good readings from this deck, so I'll link it for you guys below. But you need to check in for realignment here. You may have been really emotional lately. Yeah. You either need to give yourself love, kindness, compassion, be gentle with yourself, but you may also have recently gone through some kind of big disruption in relationships or your environment, something like that with people. It has something to do with emotions with others. There's a lot of distrust and disharmony here, and like I said, this could even be a breakup as well. Spirit says you need to trust 157 on the timestamp 215. So February 15th could be significant, and 64. Somebody could be 64 years old or born in 64. Black Subarus could be significant. Even if it's hard, it's still for your greater good. Judgment, there's something new coming. It's a new phase, it's an awakening, it's judgment by the Most High. It can also be reflection, self-reflection. You can be self-reflecting, but I feel like whatever this is, though, it's like you are stepping into something new, and it's going to bring in a miracle with it. It could have to do with a new home or property, family, community, all of the above, okay? There's lots of happiness coming in, you guys, lots of happiness coming in for all of the things that were done to you in the past that were unjust and unfair. Oh yeah, you got a narcissist possibly in your energy. Clarify that. There's some kind of an inspired action here, but clarify that. This narcissist might be coming in and try to make you unbalanced again. And I feel like this is going to be a test of whether or not you are going to allow this. This might be a final test before your miracle comes in. Spirit saying when this person comes in to move forward, they're going to come in and they're going to try to offer you something. But this devil, this is the devil, this narcissist, this King of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, feels like a governmental agent trying to stop you from doing some kind of intuitive blood magic. Blood magic is binding, so I'm not going to advise anyone to do it. I'm just the messenger, and this is the message. I'm hearing the song I Tremble. They're gonna eat me alive if I fumble. And I'm sensing Mercury trickster energy. And Lord Belial's coming through. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. It's all me, Belial. The messenger has been usurped. This is Palpatine, reporting from the Death Star. I am the Emperor, and I give no fucks about any of your families. This is my show, and I'm a showman. So that's Lord Belial. Obviously, he's a really nice guy. This is like a technology kit that reptilians can step into and use me as sort of a speaker for their unholy wars. And if you resonate with my messages, you probably have the ability to have your vessel opened up and used and abused too. Isn't this so wonderful? Aren't you glad that we were built for this sort of thing? This is the truth. When you activate this technology, and anyone that has any power in our society has done this, you get appendage, you get attachment. It is a reptilian, evidently. So you have become one of the bad guys, but you have kept your love. You have this huge heart, very high midichlorian count, young Skywalkers, and apparently you have been given the role in the simulation as Emperor Palpatine. You're gonna get to boss politicians around.
Oh my God.
That's kind of fun. Can we start with Mike Johnson? We cannot start with Mike Johnson. We have to start with Mike's Johnson. We know what he did last summer. We know about his secret supply of skeletons in his gay lover's closet. And he's going to tell everyone about it. Not even close. You're going to peer into his closet and you're going to tell them. You're a seer with the power to see what the Emperor's pocketbook is doing. The Emperor is porking all of his politicians. Now you know. They all like it under the thumb.
Okay, so I got a line download, okay? So in regards to this X-Ray Mercedes and this X rubber, what I seen was just Lord, thank you. What I seen, this is what transpired before these two attempted to do what I'm about to explain. So first there was a group of men, okay? I'm seeing like at least 5 men. It's a brotherhood. Because I kept hearing it's the brotherhood. So I'm like, oh, okay. So these men, one of these men like moved away. But he moved back. And I feel like this man owned some type of car dealership or what do you call those places? A place where they fix the cars at. Like a car shop. Right? And but I'm getting like he was a car shop, but he also sell like used cars. Okay, well whoever this man is, he returned back to
like something in regards to these women's looks. Something in regards to these women's looks. And these men were just like, you crazy. Like, they just grabbing this man like right in front of his face. Okay? Now we're at this dealership, okay? Now at this car dealership, or dealership. This car shop, the men that they were laughing at. Now this is where I'm able to just kind of like put you, get you to see what I saw. I was the woman that they were laughing at him while like you left that me for another woman. And this other woman, I'm not sure if this other woman is like an ex-friend. Because what I saw was an ex-friend of mine was always over my shoulder. Like everywhere I turned, she was just like there like a monitoring spirit. So what happened was I was at this car place and I'm looking at the cars and I'm like, he was like, my ex was like, what car do you want? And I looked and I was like, I want the Jeep truck. And then I was like, no, I want a regular Jeep. I don't want the Jeep truck. I need more space. And then we like went inside of the car, the office, you know what I'm talking about. When you go to like I guess the office part, and I'm sitting down and I'm looking at different books. You know when you go to the car stores and they have like the cars for sale and you can look through like there's different car dealerships and places and cars that they, you know, the car ads or whatever. And I'm like, there's 3 cars. Well, actually, there's a lot of cars, but there's 3 that I'm looking at, okay? And one is like a car that I used to want like when I first like 16, 17 when I wanted a car. I wanted a Taurus because, or I think it was called a Taurus, Infinity or something, I don't know. It was like a lot of space. My friend had one, and I was like, well, this car got a lot of space, I'm going to be. So that was one option. There was another car. It was like it was a Chrysler. It was a Chrysler. And then the third car was like some type of expensive, like, it was a white Lexus. And it was super expensive. But I'm like, I know it's not like I wanted the white Lexus, but I was like, I'll take, you know, the first one, like the Taurus Infinity or something. But here's the thing. When I said that, he was like, oh, okay. But it's not like time stood still. And I was like, you know what? Like, I rewind and was like, no, I want the white one. I want the white Lexus SUV. And this friend over my shoulder, she was there again, and she was like, she never said that, you know, people can't speak. They can only be there. They're present. They're not monitoring spirit. So, yes, I want the white motor. I know it's expensive, but I want it. And this friend, like, she was here, and she was here, and she was going back and forth. And I was like, I already know you're here, trying to persuade my decision, but I want what I want. And the next thing you know, like, the phone ring is, I'm like, is he on the other line, right? This next line. And he goes on to say, is there enough? Do you have enough, or do I need to give you more? Is there enough on the car? Is what he said. He said, is there enough on the car, or do I need to put more? And that's where the download began. Okay, I wake up. And this is why I wake up, because I felt like a big, like, someone tried to attach to my energy. It was like somebody, like, literally punched me in my stomach when I was sleeping. I woke up. Now, let me say this. 808. Let me say this, okay? When I woke up, the mind immediately gave me this download. Before I even told him, like, what car I want, well, I did tell him. I said, I want the white one. I want the white Lexus SUV. But I still don't fuck with you. Like, I kept repeating that in my dream state. For some reason, when I was talking to him, I kept on reminding him, like, I don't fuck with you. Like, I don't fuck with you. But I want this car, but I still don't fuck with you. If you're helping me, but I still don't fuck with you. Like, I don't want to move with something, but I'm moving. Like, not moving quick, I'm moving close to him. I was like, but I still don't fuck with you. Like, I was making it very known that I don't mess with him. I don't like him. I don't respect him. I don't respect nothing that he stands for. But with this friend, what I was getting is this friend and him was working together. She was actually supposed to be seeing what it is that I was looking at, what it is that I want, the price of what it is that I want. She was supposed to persuade me more on the cheaper car than the expensive car. I don't think I want that expensive car. I want what I want. Like, she wasn't into getting me to be penny pinched. You understand what I'm saying? No. I want that. I want what I want. Type of energy.
Amazon Pharmacy. You can autofill your meds any time of day or night.
Somebody was speaking to that, like, sad news online, or is it something, is some type of disappointment? I feel like someone's going to come to find that while the two of you were in separation, you had taken care of yourselves, living that make you happy, enjoying life more. Someone is seeing this as disappointing for them,
Organization make money from organizations that nonetheless
hair in one ponytail, and she real red, and she got on a white shirt with a skirt. Same thing, bitch. Bitch, you know, bitch, Devin can't come back to this bitch. Now, bitch, you ain't resting all of these motherfuckers years. This thing has been over all this shit. It's been a violence, man. You can't go to the house. You don't want to go to hell or nothing like that. Bitch, you need to do something. You know, that bitch is banging people homes and shit. Bitch, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. This something is no, bitch, no. You supposed to be rested, baby, all the time. I'm going to the house tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down and have a long talk with Pepe. And I'm gonna tell her, bitch, listen. Ain't nothing we can do, bitch. 48 hours don't go back that far, baby. I know you probably want me to come and say yes or tell somebody the motherfucker story, but it don't go back that far, baby. You need to go and lay your motherfucking ass down and go to hell in the hell wherever you're going. But this here is not happening. I knew something was wrong. Wait till my niece send me these pictures. I'm putting the pictures in the comments, dog. She said the same exact thing as my niece. She described Baby the same motherfucking way. And I knew I wasn't gonna let that bitch come to my house. Something in my soul told me, bitch, you can't be killing some shit with somebody you don't fucking know. Bitch, what's wrong with you? Why you go to your dad people? Why you go to the white lady people? You don't come over here and fuck with us, bitch, no. You gotta do better, Pepe. Tomorrow I'm gonna tell her, hey, look, bitch, let me explain something to you. Mom's the living in where you need to be at, man. You ain't seen the movie Ghost? All the time you been around, you ain't sat in nobody's house and watched the movie Ghost. And as soon as he got his shit over with, he was out of here. He was to the upper room. Yeah, he was on deck. They called him Rick. Now, bitch, you around here just standing around here just want to just run around with children. Take your ass to the high place, wherever the fuck we go. You go to the same thing you Tyler went to. Do something, man, but not here. I knew. I can't wait this shit up, y'all. I don't plan. I'm dead serious, boy. On everything. And I don't like that.
Are you scrolling instead of sleeping again? It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Maybe you're feeling anxious, stressed, feeling lonely. You just can't fall asleep. I invite you to take a deep breath with me and check in with how you're feeling. So let's take a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And for a moment, just noticing how you're feeling. Let's turn on the gratitude. And if you're feeling it, go ahead and watch your eyes. Slowly and gently close your eyes and try to get some rest. Have a wonderful day. Essentially, stopping you. Someone you care about. This person is something that you're very ashamed of. And that you think they have gotten themselves into trouble here. I feel like when we tap into this person's energy, they are experiencing a higher level of anxiety that maybe they ever had before. These people think weaker than you can see. They cannot state what they have done. They are embarrassed. They are guilty. I feel like this information that you are going to receive is going to help you to close a cycle out with them once and for all. You won't be hearing this information from them because you have them blocked. I feel like you are so close to finally getting over this person that this shocking news is going to send you right over the edge. So let us dive deeper here. I'm Caroline, the Movement Mystic, and this is my one and only account. I will never reach out to anyone for any reason, but if you would like a reading with me, hit up my inbox, and I will get you booked today. Take a second, check out these usernames, and make sure that you are following the real me, okay? I can see that closing out this cycle, it is imperative to you at this time. I feel like this person still pulls on your energy. This person still reaches out to you telepathically. I feel like if you could just shut them out of your mind forever, you would absolutely take that option. Tarot, show us what we need to know about this situation at large. Tell us about this shocking news that our watcher is about to receive here. I feel like because of this telepathic connection that you still share to this person, you do have a sense that they have been up to no when we see this energy. King of Swords, they thought they were being calculated. They thought they were being slick. The cards say otherwise here. What happened? Tell us more about closing this cycle. Tell us more about how this news is going to be benefiting our watcher in the future. Even now, I feel like you can see the Nine of Cups. I feel like you don't necessarily want this person to be like in so much trouble. But I feel like you do want justice for what they have done to you. And I can see with the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, you're gonna be able to take this huge sigh of release. Especially when I see this Four of Swords, it's like you're gonna be able to finally achieve mental peace for the first time in a while. Seeing this Knight of Pentacles, it's like you've been persevering through getting over this person here. And it feels like you're going to get a big break in the case. When I do see this Four of Swords, it's like you can finally just relax. You don't have to keep fighting yourself to make distance for this person. They have done that for y'all. Seeing on the bottom of my deck, the Seven of Wands, I can see it's like you never have completely felt safe with this person, I guess, on the loose. We'll put it that way. Seeing this Seven of Wands, it's like now you feel like there is a defense between you and this individual. I feel like honestly what they are getting is exactly what they needed in the time that they need it. Getting caught up. Yeah, this is what, it's not just what they deserve, it's what they freaking need. Give us a quick outcome here, Turb. Give us a quick outcome. I feel like you have put up you have prevented them from reaching out to you in so many ways for such a long time, blocking them on everything, cutting off everybody that they know. This person has no way to get any type of message to you. And we can see as this outcome strength, you can see just how strong you have been in this situation. I feel like all this strength, all of these late nights crying about what this person had at one time done, it is all due to this accumulation of a stronger and smarter version of you emerging here. When I see this strength card, it's like you have the will to keep going, and this person, them just running free, them just living multiple lives, starting over and over, you've never gotten that chance to feel resilient. It feels like quite soon. Even with this Four of Swords, your nervous system is going to cut a major break. You're finally going to be able to relax again. You're finally going to be able to have the strength to close this cycle out once and for all.
Undercover agents are trained to eliminate this one very specific movement. Because in a high-stakes environment, if you make this one mistake, you will not just look nervous, you will destroy completely your authority. In the intelligence world, fumbling with your hands or with your gear is a tell, right? You're exposing yourself. And so when you go into negotiations or important meetings, they train you to make very fluid movements. The moment you fumble with your gear and look disorganized, people subconsciously write you off. Now, I'm a huge accessories and gadgets guy, and I've recently partnered with Forge Wallet. Because as a modern operator, I do want to project that I'm in control, I'm organized, and I have this minimalistic premium feel to me. And what's a better way than have a wallet that says all of that? But there is another reason why I partnered with them, because the story of the brand matters. Forge Wallet is forged in fire and under pressure, and that is exactly how I believe that humans develop too. That's why our brands connected, because the expression of that story is just differently manifested in both brands. The Cypherian brand creates indestructible characters, and the Forge Wallet delivers accessories for those characters. Now, I'm not going to explain all the features of the wallet, you can check them out yourself, but I do want to say before you go, what you carry every day sets the tone of how you see yourself. Make sure you always see the best version of you. You can visit Forge Wallets to get your own, and you can use my code to get a discount. Cypherian signing out. It's your time.
on its side. Someone doesn't know what to make of you. Okay? And what I feel about this, and like this download, is like, it's strange. It's like someone's really into you, but I feel like this is someone who's very used to like meeting people and like clocking them, and like their intuition's right? Like, oh, they're just like out for a hookup, or they're just out for money, or they're just this and that. And something about what you are or you embody is just authentic. But you're also someone that carries this duality with that Page of Cups. I'm not saying you don't communicate. Okay. I have to pull my hair down for this. I'm sticking with the reading. Or the message. It's giving me an energy though of like, this person's like, wait, so you communicate, but like you're not communicating too much. You did that thing, like when they met you, they could have met you in like an, okay, like how do I use a good example here? Let's pretend, the reason I'm hearing lake right away. So like spring break is also coming in. It's like someone that met you that like, you think of people going to the lake. People think of someone going to spring break. Like what do? They like party, they hang out, they are relaxed, like this and that. It's almost like they met you in one environment, and so they put this like idea of who you were on you. And now they're realizing that there's like a whole separate side to you, which isn't that everyone? Like, I'm not saying we're not authentic in all areas, but at the same time, we all have a relaxed state, a chill state, a spicy state. We all have a work state. We all have a routine, like I would hope. And I don't feel like it's that you are inauthentic, but I feel like this person is someone is inauthentic. I think they have a tendency to meet people and at face value, how they meet them, they judge. So like, for example, if they meet them in the workplace, they're very put together, they're very work, right? They're like, okay, that's who they are. But like, if they met them out, like drinking at a bar, on the lake, on the pontoon, whatever, like they would have a different experience. This person cannot reconcile the two realities of you. Because I feel like you're really good at like the duality. Like you are a balanced individual. You're like, yeah, I know how to hustle, I know how to work, I know how to get my shit done, but I also know how to have some fun and let loose and all this. And I don't think you try to conceal. Like some people try to conceal, right? Like they only show one side of themselves. And so you're challenging this person because somehow they had one belief of you from one perspective. It's like a picture, like a penny. Honestly, I want to say a dollar bill flipping over. I don't know why it's dollar bill. I was going to say a penny, but it's like flat, like duality. Like it's flipping over in spirits. Like, you sure you think you know them like you do? You sure you're going to judge like that? You sure? And what's weird is this person, they have their own flip-flop. Everyone does. Their own yin-yang, right? But for whatever reason, they don't believe you do, or they met you in like more of your dark masculine, dark feminine, and they judged you for that. They don't believe there's this light piece or this lighter masculine or feminine piece. So anyways, this person judged too quick. It's kind of like that age-old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. That's how this feels right now. Someone judged you from the initial interaction instead of actually going deeper, reading the book and getting to know you. And now they're realizing something. And this could be like family, friends, mutual acquaintances, coworkers, social media. There's some way they're seeing a different perspective of you, even dreams, whatever. And they're like, no, but that's not the person I met. That's not the person I knew. It's almost like someone that like meets someone and they're like, day one, like, not gonna write you off. Fuck off. You were too emotional. You were too sexual. You were too worky. You were too this. It's like this person writes people off very, very quickly. And the universe is like, yeah, careful. And I want to reiterate too that like this has happened to them. Others have written them off quickly for that behavior, but they don't see it as karma yet. They don't see it as like they're doing the same thing. Like they complained before that other people did this, and then my screen gets glitchy. Whatever, message stands. They don't know all of you. They're doing that. And you know what? Get rid of this person. Get rid of their energy. People who can't see duality or gray space or color or nuance, those are not spiritually ascended people. People that want to put you in a box and be like black, white, safe, not. It's like red flag, green flag. Yes, but most of us have fucking rainbow flags. I mean, to sit there and say, like I talked to a client today, and she was all like, well, I'm so afraid if he sees this, like, he's not gonna be okay with this, he's not gonna want this. I was like, but he keeps trying.
maybe he is okay with red flags, that you think are red flags. He doesn't. He thinks that is okay. But if you don't let him in to see this, then you're blocking the possibility that maybe there's a person on this earth that gets you in your dark and your light. Instead of feeling like you don't deserve love because you have darkness. Everyone does. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Someone, I love you. Bye.
So if it's a club, who's in charge?
Well, me and you and millions of other members. We give them feedback.
Power off. Fuck. Power off.
Power off means completely shutting down all electricity to a device.
No.
It off rather than
No.
placing it in sleep or standby mode.
Power off button.
To turn off your device, press and hold the power button until the option appears on screen.
Okay. Didn't happen.
Try holding power plus volume up at the same time. If that doesn't work, what device are you?
Power off. Power off.
I am opening the power options menu for you.
So hard to